Let me thank you, Mr. Horsford, for yielding time to me this evening. Let me also thank you for your passion and your tireless work, not only on behalf of the Congressional Black Caucus, but on behalf of the people of Clark County, Nevada, and all of the other people that you represent in your great state. Thank you very much for your tireless energy. I've watched you from the first day that you've come to this House floor, and you are no doubt one of the hardest working members of this House, and I thank you so very much. But, Mr. Speaker, I've come to the floor today to urge my Republican colleagues to pass an extension of the Emergency Unemployment Compensation Program and to do it now. This program is a crucial safety net for those who are most in need. My colleagues know that I represent North Carolina, but what many of you may not know is that my state, the state of North Carolina, already lost its federal unemployment insurance last year. Republican Governor Pat McCrory turned away $780 million in federal funding to assist the long-term unemployed. Now, on December 28th, a few days ago, 1.3 million Americans joined tens of thousands of my constituents in losing out on the support that they deserve. This program, Mr. Speaker, is a response to the greatest recession since the Great Depression. In the last 5 years, President Obama has led our nation back from the brink of economic collapse, but there is still work to be done. Now is not the time to abandon this program. 1.3 million Americans have been searching for work for more than 26 weeks, often after being laid off from jobs that they have worked for years. The need for emergency unemployment insurance is especially high in communities like those that I represent in North Carolina. Double-digit unemployment still persists in many counties that I represent. In my congressional district, 1 in 4 people, including 36% of our children, live below the poverty level. Families in transition depend on emergency unemployment insurance to put basic food on the table, to care for their children, and search for new employment. Last year, North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory dealt a devastating blow to the long-term unemployed by reducing state unemployment benefits. That reduction caused the federal emergency unemployment compensation program to literally dissolve in our state. Governor McCrory made this decision knowing its harmful impacts and that it would make North Carolina the only state in the country to end emergency jobless benefits for its citizens. The governor's decision is a disgrace. That decision forfeited $780 million in urgently needed federal benefits for long-term unemployed North Carolinians and cost our state $1.5 billion in economic activity. The elimination of the EUC program nationwide now could cost an additional 200,000 jobs due to reduced economic activity. This is according to the Congressional Budget Office. At the beginning of this year, Americans from all 49 other states lost out on their emergency unemployment benefits, just like my state did last year. Now, 1 million families will struggle to pay their bills and provide for their families during their search for employment. North Carolinians have already seen firsthand how devastating these cuts can be. My constituents are outraged. They are outraged with Governor McCrory and Republicans in the North Carolina General Assembly who chose to abandon this program. We must extend this program to give families a chance to get back on their feet. Democratic proposals to extend the program would give my constituents a chance, a fair chance to receive federal unemployment benefits held hostage by our governor. 2 times in the last 2 months, House Republicans on this floor have nearly unanimously defeated Democratic motions to hold votes on extending. Therefore, we must stand up against those like Governor McCrory who seek to disenfranchise hardworking people who are down on their luck by extending emergency unemployment insurance and other critical programs, a program by which they have paid into as insurance payments for many, many years. We cannot, Mr. Speaker, we must not afford to turn a blind eye and to leave those behind who are most in need. I want to thank you, Mr. Horsford, for bringing this issue to the attention of the American people. I hope my colleagues are listening tonight because this is a sense of urgency. Thank you. I yield back.
I thank the gentleman from North